Welcome back, everyone. Phoenix 3 here, and I'm still going to talk about this Bayonetta thing. I'm not salty that she's in the game. I just still find it really hard to believe that she's here. And of course, there's no accident that I am choosing this as my picture for this specific video. Because I want people to know what Bayonetta is about, why she was created. She was created to be a sexy female that dominates her opponents with her sex. That's what she was designed to be. And this was obviously the reason why she wasn't in Smash to begin with. Like, we have to remember, when the developers wanted to make Bayonetta 2, um, they couldn't get the support from Sony or Microsoft to do it. Now, this here was still when the Wii U was relatively new and wanting to age up, you know, their image as Nintendo, which completely backfired as of now. But Nintendo was the ones that said, okay, we'll give you the money to make this game. They didn't even ask for anything else, as a matter of fact. I don't think they said part of the contract that you have to make this a Wii U exclusive. The developers wanted to make this a Wii U exclusive as a huge slap in the face to Sony and Microsoft for not wanting to support the game. Because Bayonetta 1 was extremely popular. People wanted a sequel, but they couldn't get the funding for it. So Nintendo said, okay, we'll give you the money to make the game. And they said, okay, in exchange for this, we're going to make it a console exclusive for the Wii U, which was actually kind of like how that went down. But all of this was decided, way before Smash 4 even became in development. Similar to how Lucario was not Lucario, Greninja was shoehorned into Smash 4 before X and Y even finished. Like, they already knew about Bayonetta. And the reason that I feel she wasn't included in the game is because of this image here. How sexual she is in the game. You obviously can't have a character like that in Super Smash Bros. For obvious reasons. So when I'm finding out that Bayonetta won by a landslide, when you take away other characters from the results. And I'm just gonna look this up right quick to see if they actually released the results for the Smash ballot. Because like they said, worldwide, all this came in. But we look here, we see in the top five, just right off the bat, Shanti, Shovel Knight, Wolf, Isaac, and Snake. That's just there. Then we go into the next, and we see Sora, Phoenix Wright, Banjo Kazooie, Rayman, and Bayonetta at number 10 with 46 votes. Now, this here was the one that was August 16th, just a couple months ago. But I'm not exactly sure where this here actually is in terms of who voted for what worldwide, or I don't know where these results are like from. It's not saying that, but as you could see, Bayonetta was number 10 on this list here from this leak here, and we've got more iconic fighters that people do know about, such as Snake or Sora, Phoenix Wright, Banjo Kazooie, beating out Bayonetta, but she still wins it. And the thing that kind of got me thinking was when parents buy their kids a Wii U, because let's be face it, a gamer like me or maybe you guys, the more mature gamers, aren't picking a Wii U as their first console. They probably aren't even picking a Wii U in general, or the only reason they own a Wii U is for Super Smash Brothers, like I do. Um, but most parents who buy their kids a Nintendo system do so knowing that they're going to have that security because Nintendo is seen as a family company or a child-friendly company. They're not going to have these raunchy games with these raunchy characters on their game. So they see it as a pseudo safety net, if you will. It's not really a parental kind of lock on the game, but all the games that are going to be made for the Wii U are going to be kid friendly. And if the parents knew about Bayonetta, they could just look at the box art and see exactly what she's about. And she is about hypersexuality, um, just dominating her enemies with her sex. I mean, the Bayonetta box art for Bayonetta 1 has the picture where her back is turned and you got a nice glorious ass shot. I mean, this ass is perfect on Bayonetta right here. We got Bayonetta 2. She still has her back turned, but you don't get the same glorious ass shot, but you do get a really nice ass shot of Bayonetta. We don't get no side boobs or anything like that, but I mean, it's still extremely sexual. And let me like remind you that this picture with the glorious ass shot of Bayonetta is on a it's on it's like it's right there. Like they're not trying to hide it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And any parent that saw that would be like, no. Okay, I just see a custom box art here of of Bayonetta 2, and it's called Full Moon Edition, and the box cover is just of her ass. That's good. That is good. I enjoy that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can show this to you guys real quick. Or as a matter of fact, I'll post a link to it in the description just so you can see it. But I mean, this is what Bayonetta is. This is what her character is. So I can't see a parent picking up um, Bayonetta and buying it for their kids when we look at the market of the Wii U, for example. So seeing that Bayonetta was recognized largely by the world for being the character they chose to put in Smash, it seems very dishonest to me for those exact same reasons that I mentioned. The people who like Bayonetta weren't willing to buy a Wii U. I mean, some were, but a lot of them weren't. A lot of the Wii U owners are children who have very restrictive parents. I mean, we're talking straight up from Christian households here. Um, I mean, a very few amount of people who own a Wii U, play Bayonetta, and own this game. This just all seems very dishonest to me, simply because of that. Who voted for Bayonetta? Like when I first found out that Bayonetta was going to be a Wii U exclusive, and that um, sometime later on that they were making Smash 4, a lot of us thought it's like, okay, Bayonetta has to be in the game, simply because she is a Wii U exclusive game now. Both of the games, as a matter of fact, and it'll be a good thing to advertise, Bayonetta to a new generation who doesn't know who she is. But the biggest thing that kept crossing my mind is she's just too sexy for Super Smash Brothers. And if they want to put her in, they have to really tone her down. They have to take away everything that makes Bayonetta Bayonetta. And you simply just don't censor Bayonetta. I mean, nobody wants that. And that's the reason why I feel she wasn't in the game to begin with. But now, when we're actually looking at it and we're seeing that she's here now, and there's rumor that there is a sequel to Bayonetta 2 in the works, this just comes across as advertising. I mean, sure, I could talk about the blatant Fire Emblem advertising and stuff like that, but I mean, nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody don't want another Fire Emblem character in the game. There's just no way to for me to try to defend that. And I'm not really trying to defend Bayonetta. I mean, I'm glad she's here. A lot of people are glad that she's here. But when we look at the actual ballot results and we see the top two people are from indie developers, and Sakurai saying something like, well, we wanted to include well-known characters. It's like, well, obviously Bayonetta's not well known when she's number 10 on the list compared to Shantae, who has 209 votes, against Shovel Knight, who has 105. I mean, people wanted these characters. Like, I'm not exactly sure how they decided that they wanted to pick this. Sure, I'm glad she's here, but I mean, everybody would have been much happier with Banjo Kazooie. I'd have been happy with Banjo Kazooie. Um, and this here is also part of the reason why I gave up any campaign of, trying to vote in a character that I wanted in Smash. Simply because, I already knew from the start that the roster was complete bullshit. Like, I already knew that they was going to put in who they wanted to be in Smash. And I always had in the back of my head that Bayonetta was always going to be the choice that they were going to put into the game, simply because she's not a Nintendo IP, but I mean, she's a Wii U exclusive. It makes sense to have her in the game. But at the same time, I want people to keep in mind, just by looking at this image and that other image that I'm going to show you, is that, Bayonetta was made for sex appeal. No Nintendo character was ever made for sex appeal. And seeing that she won the vote means that a large amount of people voted for her, both children and adults alike. And I simply can't see children voting for her simply because, well, they'd probably get beaten if their parents saw them play this game. And two, I really can't see most adults voting her in, simply because a lot of them don't even have a Wii U or don't even play Smash. Like, a lot of people who own Wii U's own it just for Smash. I mean, it's really not doing anything else. And to see that she wins the vote when you have to pass up nine other characters that are well known. I mean, even the Inklings had more support for the vote than she did. So it makes no sense. And this here obviously feels like it was a scam. They could have put in another Sonic character. They could have put in another character from another IP. They could have. I mean, they could have did anything. And there's just nothing here. Like I said, I'm not salty about it. I'm glad she's here, but I want her to be here for the correct reasons and not just a shoehorn into the game. Because this is what this feels like, and I'm just being completely honest with you guys. Is that she didn't earn the spot. She didn't. Other characters earned the spots. The fact that we have indie characters leading the board says something. This is what the community wanted, and you put this poll out here for the community. But it almost seems like the Smash ballot was a red herring just for Bayonetta. It's like, we're gonna let them vote for what they want, and we're gonna find some way to put Bayonetta in here anyway, and then go from there. Like, that's basically what I feel this is happening. Like, if you look at it, all the recent DLCs have just been advertisements for other upcoming games, and anyone with half a brain cell can see that. I mean, even a rock can see that. And I mean, basically, what I'm saying is you have to have no intelligence to see that this is just advertisement, and I really don't like that. Like, I have a problem when companies do things like this and then try to cover it up by putting in some kind of fallacy as to why they chose this character. Well, this character is more well known. Well, more well known with who? Because there are no children playing this game. No parents are going to buy their child this game. So exactly who are their, you know, who voted for her? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she doesn't have any votes. I wanted her to be in Smash when Smash first came out, simply because she was a Nintendo exclusive IP at this point. But she wasn't put in for this reason right here. So I just have a problem with just how this whole thing was revealed. It would have been nice to see an indie character get in. It would have been nice to see literally anybody else get in. But I mean, this is what we got now, so we got to deal with it. I guess they figure since this is going to be their last DLC pack that they're going to do, then they might as well go out with a bang. Now we all know they're going to make more DLC for this game, but if they're going to go out, this would probably be the best way to go out next to actually supporting an indie developer. But I just want to know what you guys think about this, simply because of how this whole thing went down. Like I feel this whole thing is um, very suspect when it comes to how they did this. But if you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video here. Leave your comments below. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos, and I hope to see you all in the next one.